Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all? So last जो video था that is Korean basic level 1 completion of mine and उसका experience. That video was very beautifully received by you guys. So thank you so much for watching it. And वो video मेरे मैम ने जिन्होंने मुझे पढ़ाया उन्होंने अपने इंस्टाग्राम स्टोरी में शेयर किया था that it really touched her and she really appreciated my motive behind doing the video. So that really made her happy and उनके थ्रू उन्होंने मुझे लिंक किया था तो उनके थ्रू उनके चैनल के आई एम प्रीटी श्योर सारे स्टूडेंट्स ने आके वीडियो देखा. सो इफ़ यू watched it through her then thank you so much. And if you do decide to stay on my channel to watch out and see what this girl is doing about or who is she like, or if you are like a little bit interested in my channel in the things that I have to say, then please stay subscribed. Or yeah, let's do this together. I'm so happy to have you on my channel. तो आज का जो वीडियो है इज़ समथिंग दैट आई हैव बीन वांटिंग टू डू सिंस अ लॉन्ग टाइम. क्योंकि बैक हमारा जो पुराना घर था सेक्टर 12 में नोएडा में, तब भी आई वॉज थिंकिंग थ्रू आउट द कोविड सिनेरियो कि मुझे एक तो आई डिड दो वन वीडियो विच वॉज अबाउट द बुक्स दैट आई हैड, ऑल द बुक्स दैट आई हैड, दैट वॉज डिफरेंट. बट उसी वक्त मैंने सोचा था बिकॉज ऑफ द रिस्पॉन्स दैट आई गॉट फॉर दैट वीडियो कि एक बुक वाला एक और रिकमेंडेशन सॉर्ट ऑफ वीडियोज़ मुझे अब करना चाहिए, एटलीस्ट नॉट मे बी फ्रीक्वेंटली बिकॉज दैट इज़ ऑल्सो नॉट पॉसिबल. आई एम नॉट ऑब्वियसली रीडिंग फ्रीक्वेंटली. सो जब मुझे टाइम मिले, जब मैं अकॉर्डिंग टू द टाइम दैट आई गेट टू रीड बुक्स, उस हिसाब से आई शुड लाइक क्वार्टरली मुझे एक बुक रिकमेंडेशन, मस्ट वॉच, रीड्स ऐसा करके कुछ वीडियो मुझे डालना चाहिए आई थॉट. सो उसके लिए टाइम बिल्कुल नहीं मिला. फिर हम लोग शिफ्ट हो गए, यहाँ आ गए. यहाँ आने के बाद तो नथिंग, एवरीथिंग यहाँ पास में ही सब कुछ मैंने दिखाया आपको. सो आई डेंट गॉट मच टाइम. तो अभी मेरे एग्ज़ाम्स ख़त्म हो गए, माई फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर इज़ डन. सो आई थॉट वाई नॉट मेक दिस वीडियो राइट नाउ. सो बिफोर वी स्टार्ट, लाइक करना एंड सब्सक्राइब करना एंड ऑल्सो कॉमेंट करना कि आपको इसमें से आपने अगर कोई बुक पढ़ा है तो वो आपको कैसा लगा. या इफ़ यू वांट टू like recommend any books to me, please do that. I love to take all your recommendations because right now I have also posted this on my Instagram story कि my 2022 goal amongst many others, trust me they are all practical because हम लोग गोल ज़रूर बनाते हैं, उसको पूरा नहीं करते. बट दिस ईयर्स गोल, बिगेस्ट गोल would be to actually start reading again. I had stopped having that habit. बचपन में काफ़ी पढ़ती थी इसलिए मेरी अंग्रेज़ी भी बहुत अच्छी थी. देन आफ्टर अ पॉइंट इट ऑल बिकेम ई बुक्स, वॉटपैड, बिकॉज आई एम अ राइटर देयर. सो आई बिगैन रीडिंग लॉट ऑफ ई बुक्स. हार्ड कवर बुक्स लेने में जो एक मज़ा है वो अलग बात है. बट स्टिल आई यूज टू नॉट लाइक डैब मच इन टू. आई यूज टू मोस्टली रीड फैन फिक्शन स्टफ्स एंड ऑल. बट पिछले 1-2 साल से आई एम गेटिंग बैक इन टू द ट्रैक ऑल्सो बिकॉज नाउ आई हैव टेकन मास्टर्स. आई हैव टू start building that, cultivating that habit again because you have to read stuff, right? तो मैंने पिछले आई थिंक 5-6 महीने में काफ़ी बुक्स पढ़े एंड दे आर ऑल वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग मिक्स. सो आई एम गोना टॉक अबाउट देम टू यू. एंड उसमें से मैं जो मोस्ट रिकमेंडेड चीज़ें वो मैं अलग से बताऊँगी. बट आई एम जनरली गोना टेल यू द बुक्स दैट आई हैव रेड इन द लास्ट से 5 to 6 months. ठीक है. और जनवरी और फेबररी में मैंने ज़्यादा बुक्स पढ़े, ऑल्दो जनवरी वॉज द मोस्ट हार्डेस्ट मंथ फॉर मी दिस ईयर सो फार बिकॉज आई हैड लॉट ऑफ शेड्यूल्स पैक्ड, लाइक बैक टू बैक. मैं बिजी थी, एग्जाम्स, दिस दैट, बीमारी एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. बट जितना भी मुझे टाइम रात को मिलता था ना सोने से पहले, आई यूज टू रीड. सो आई हैड दीज एप्स ऑन माई फ़ोन रिकमेंडेड बाय लॉट ऑफ फ्रेंड्स. तो मैं उसके थ्रू मैं सारे बुक्स पढ़ती थी रात को डाउनलोड करके बैठ के. So that was a nice thing, I felt like I was really occupied in doing a lot of scholarly stuff. So yeah, that felt nice. Okay, so now without wasting any more time, let's get into the video. First, आपने ये मेरे Instagram, if you're following me there, I'll put the link below in the description. You can go and send me a friend request. सो माई इंस्टाग्राम फॉलोअर्स नो कि मैंने ये 2 बुक्स के बारे में, ये 3 बुक्स है, इन तीनों बुक्स को मैंने पिछले साल पढ़ा, दैट इज़ 2021 में. और इन तीनों बुक्स को मैंने उसमें मेंशन किया था मेरे स्टोरीज़ में या तो मेरे पोस्ट में. ओके. सो द नंबर 1 बुक will be Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini. So Kite Runner, of course, the name itself, you all अगर नहीं पढ़ा हो तो एटलीस्ट नाम तो सुना ही होगा. It is that popular. Khalid Hosseini is a Afghanistan writer. उनके बुक्स में मोस्टली वो अफ़गानिस्तान के बारे में, अपनी जगह के बारे में, यू नो, ही गेट्स अ बिट नॉस्टैल्जिक. ही डजंट लिव्स देयर एनीमोर ऑब्वियसली, ही लिव्स इन अमेरिका आई एज्यूम. सो वो अपने जगह के बारे में, अपने लैंड के बारे में, यू नो, ही राइट्स वेरी ब्यूटिफुल बुक. शुरू के पाँच चैप्टर्स पढ़कर ही जो मैं इन्वेस्टेड हुई, the way he was able to transport me into the land that he belonged to, the galia that he played in, you know, the places, the dust, the luster of that place, everything was so beautiful and it's so heartwarming. रोना तो शुरू से ही तुमको आ जाएगा, that I'll tell you, but trust me, it's one of those books that really touches you here, you know. कुछ बुक्स है जो पढ़ लिया ख़त्म कर दिया, but certain books stay with you. So I feel Kaitrana, for all the right reasons, stays with you. So please give it a try. Kaitrana, okay? Very very important book. Must read. Number 2 on my list is a book from the same author, again a very famous one, A Thousand Splendid Suns. उस नाम में ही बात है, you know, कहते हैं ना कि जो बुक का जो टाइटल होता है उसके नाम में उस टाइटल में एक वज़न होगा, तो बुक का भी वो एक वज़न को दिखाता है. सो आई थिंक Thousand Splendid Suns is oh, what do I say about that book? Like, that book I feel was the hardest for me to read, to be very honest. This is a very honest review, not because of anything else, but because of how heart wrenching it was. मतलब दिल ऐसा बैठ जाता है ना, the things that happen. Or so the story is about two women. Kaitrana was from a male perspective, so the author decided to write Thousand Splendid Suns from a female point of view, which I thought was really brave on his part, because it's hard, you know, from a opposite gender को उस दूसरे gender के उसमें सोच कर लिखना, it's a little hard task. So and he did what a great job. Like, two women whose paths somehow get intertwined later in the future. They all live in, again the backdrop is again Afghanistan, but he also makes sure कि आपको culturally अफगानिस्तान में क्या क्या चीज़ें हुई, सोशियो पॉलिटिकल, वो सारे चीज़ें भी वो कॉन्टेक्स्ट हमें देता है. सो दैट इज़ अ नाइस थिंग. लाइक, इफ़ यू आर अ हिस्ट्री लवर, इफ़ यू आर समवन हु वांट्स टू नो अच्छा उस वक्त में वहाँ पे क्या हुआ था, देन दिस इज़ अ ग्रेट बुक. बोथ द बुक्स, यू नो, उसमें वो कल्चरल कॉन्टेक्स्ट वो ज़रूर देता है, विच आई फाइंड वेरी useful, because these days I am more into history books, so I really enjoyed it. Like, I learned a lot about Afghanistan and its problems that they face, the wars, the coups and everything from the books. So yeah, and it's about those two women. मैं ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं बोलूँगी. You have to read it yourself and find out, because it's amazing. It's amazing. It was a little hard for me to read because I left the book for a month or something, took a break, and then came back to the book, because I don't know, it was just too vivid, the descriptions and everything. Nothing gory and all, but still, you know, it was really hard. I'm a little faint-hearted in that sense, so so but yeah, it really was a book that sort of changed my perspectives about Afghanistan. It made me, you know, this was also the time during जब अफ़गानिस्तान में फिर अभी बीच में जो भी प्रॉब्लम हुआ था, आई फॉरगॉट देयर नेम्स, हु केम बैक देयर, व्हाट वाज देयर नेम, लॉल, ओके, व्हाटएवर बी इट. तो जो प्रॉब्लम वहाँ पे केओस हुआ था, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, उसी वक्त में मैंने ये पढ़ा. सो आई वाज थिंकिंग, ओ माय गॉड, पुअर पीपल, यू नो, such a lovely country they had, such a rich country, and suddenly what are they like brought to, at which level? Okay, so those are the two books of Khalid Hosseini, Thousand Splendid Suns and Kaitrana. इसमें से I will mostly recommend Kaitrana to you guys, because I feel that was a sort of still easier to read. Thousand Splendid Suns is also recommended, but again, अगर दिल है आपका थोड़ा हट्टा, then you can read it. Yeah, I thought it was very hard for me as a weak-hearted person. Okay, then I read a lot of biographies. Okay, so I am a huge sucker for biographies. मुझे biographies पढ़ना बहुत पसंद है. There is something amazing about knowing a person's real life. It could be a personality, any successful person in this world, or even non-successful people, just reading their lives, how they build it up, the struggles that they had, what took them to reach wherever they are. That kind of really inspires and मोटिवेट्स मी. मुझे पता नहीं क्यों बहुत इंटरेस्ट है कुछ जिन जिन लोगों के बारे में मुझे जानना है, उनके बारे में बुक्स पढ़ना मुझे बहुत पसंद है. सो आई रेड अ फ्यू वेरी कूल बायोग्राफीज. इनमें से फ्यू वेर रिगार्डिंग फिल्म पर्सनैलिटीज़. लाइक I read one about Sri Devi, the immortal actor. Then I read one about Priyanka Chopra, unfinished, her memoir. Then I read something about Diana. So I knew who Diana was, Princess Diana. We all know her, but I never really had an interest to know about her life. Yeah, I'm a little lazy person in that sense. Usually I get to know about people only after their death. That is the truth about my life. Like Michael Jackson, I had no clue who he was until he died. Like my mom was like, are you kidding me? Because even I know who he is. How come you didn't know? So yeah, I'm like a little lost person in that sense. But ever since I came to know about her, I was always intrigued about this woman, like who she is, like who she really is. So I picked up this book. Of course, I had seen Crown before. If you are on Netflix, you know what Crown is. तो क्राउन में, एंड देन अ लिटल माई फ्रेंड्स यूज टू टॉक अबाउट हर बैक इन कॉलेज, तो वैसे मुझे पता था. बट देन आई पिक दिस अप बुक. दीज आर ऑल ई बुक्स, ट्रस्ट मी. कुछ भी हार्ड कवर मेरे पास नहीं, सारे ई बुक्स है. तो डायना का मैंने बहुत बुक्स, इससे पहले भी मैंने एक बुक पढ़ा था, बट दैट वॉज नॉट एग्जैक्टली फ्रॉम हर वर्ड्स. इट वॉज जस्ट अ normal biography sort of a thing. This is kind of an autobiography. This is actually one of the most scandalous moments in her life, when she gave exclusive interview to the author of this book, Andrew Morton, from the palace, that is Buckingham Palace. वहाँ से उन्होंने इस ऑथर को इंटरव्यूज़ बहुत ही मेहनत से स्नीक आउट करके वगैरह दिया, to finally let the world know that she was not living a happy life. She was not living a fairy tale like they all thought she was. And she was in a very terrible place, and she wanted to get out. She just wanted to finally unmask the royals of the British monarch, who apparently were not who they were pretending themselves to be. So yeah, she was trapped and she just wanted to desperately get out. So she gave this exclusive interview to Andrew Morton over a couple of years, or I don't know, months. So उस वक्त में जब ये निकला था, this was before her divorce, I believe. So very very well before her death, unfortunately. तो ये काफ़ी एक मेमोरेबल एंड वेरी आइकॉनिक इंटरव्यू है, तो आप जाके रीड कर सकते हो. सो या, this was one of my favorite books as well. I really enjoyed that. Next on my list of biographies is Last Girl by Nadia Murad. So those who know me in college know that I was so much hooked into हिस्ट्री, वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री. बहुत बुक्स पढ़ती थी मैं, और मेरे को पता नहीं क्या, आई डोंट नो, आई जस्ट वांटेड टू नो अबाउट थिंग्स दैट नोबडी एल्स बॉदर्ड टू नो अबाउट, लाइक टेररिज्म, थिंग्स लाइक दैट. पीपल वुड रादर लाइक, ये कौन देखता है, दिस इज़ नॉट आवर टाइप ऑफ थिंग. सो बैक इन college, I was in a phase where I really wanted to know what was actually happening in the world, for my own sake, for my own knowledge. I really wanted to be aware about those things that people usually overlook. जब मीडिया में भी आता है, टीवी में आता है, तो हम क्या, ये सब टेररिस्ट अटैक हो रहा है सीरिया में, सदियों से हो रहा है, तो वी none of us give a damn about, because why? It's not happening to us, it's happening to somebody else, so why should we care, that mentality. Of course हम उनके लिए कुछ कर नहीं सकते, but at least the least we can do is know about them, right? So I used to search a lot about ISIS. I used to watch a lot of videos on them, and to understand what is this thing about, what is this, where is this coming from, where is this stemming from, where are its root, what are they trying to do, and who are these people, what are they doing to others, what is the effect. तो ये सब चीज़ें आई थिंक बेसिक लेवल में ह्यूमन्स को, ह्यूमैनिटी को एटलीस्ट पता होना चाहिए. जस्ट बिकॉज आपके साथ ये नहीं हो रहा गलत, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आपको कुछ भी ना पता हो, लाइक यू विल बी ब्लाइंडेड फॉर एवर. सो नादिया मुराद इज़ अ वुमन who was sexually enslaved by ISIS. Unfortunately, I have to use that word. But she was very brave, very very brave, trust me. She was able to run away from there, clutches and वो वहाँ से भागी. उसके बाद वो बाहर आई and with the help of few people including what was her name? I forgot. Damn, I forgot. A very big actor's wife, also a criminal lawyer. I'll write her name somewhere here down. I am right now forgetting people. So yeah, so she got a help from few people and then NGOs and all of that. So with them she had the guts to fight against ISIS and speak about them, which also gave her a chance to speak in UN, in the assembly a lot of times along with her lawyer. I forgot, Amal. Yes, Amal, her lawyer. So Amal Clooney, yes, George Clooney's wife. Oh my god, I forgot her name. So Amal Clooney, again another very inspiring person. Is there a book on her? Because I really would love to read. It takes a lot of guts, especially for a film personalities, or somebody of that caliber, to take up a criminally मतलब ऐसा type का एक case, because this is really very sensitive. It could actually cost you your life, if at all something happens wrong. So that's very brave of her on her part as well. So the thing is, Nadia and Amal, they fought for this case. I think they're still fighting. They जितना हो सके उनसे वो वहाँ से लड़कियों को, so यजीदीज पे जेनोसाइड हुआ था 2014 if I'm not wrong, अगस्त में. This is in Syria and those places, okay. तो उस अटैक में नादिया एंड उसकी फैमिली एंड उनके जैसे और लोगों के साथ क्या हो. यजीदीज आर अ माइनॉरिटी ethnocentric community. So I got to learn a lot about some communities, like these tribes, like these matlab. So I was really interested into all of this. Like I wanted to know what's happening to them. Who are these people? I have never heard about them. Like even when you read Kaitrana, you will learn about a lot of communities. You've never heard also. ये like ये भी होता है. There's so much more to this world than you actually know. So I think you should all have that sort of one एक बेसिक ह्यूमन लेवल में क्यूरियोसिटी होनी चाहिए कि ये क्या है, वो क्या है, जानने की एक इच्छा होनी चाहिए, राइट. सो नादिया मुराद इज़ अ वेरी ब्रेव स्टोरी एंड शी ऑल्सो गॉट नोबल पीस प्राइज फॉर हर वर्क्स and her bravery. So please pick up that book. Definitely a little hard है obviously, but she tries not to show all of those parts much. Mostly it's about the courage that she had to fight against them with whatever strength she had. So please start reading that book as well. Nadia Murad, Last Girl. Then I read another story recently, मतलब मैंने कल ख़त्म किया. That is My Story by Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai and vice president, right? So no, Prime Minister of UAE. So that was another story because he has obviously been a visionary behind Dubai's growth as a global city, something that a place where everybody is considers to be a destination place. So how did that happen? What went behind that, behind the scenes of Dubai? So if you're interested in that, थोड़ा leadership related चीज़ें आपको पढ़नी है तो then pick up that book. It's called My Story. It was released on 50th anniversary of UAE, something like that. So yeah, I sort of admire him for the kind of him and leaders like him who have had the conviction to build nothing से कुछ बनाना. Literally रेगिस्तान था Dubai, Abu Dhabi, these places, Gulf, and the kind of conviction that they had, the kind of dreams, the vision that they had to build something from nothing. I'm sort of always enthralled by that idea. So that is the reason why I picked that book. I recently ended it and there were a lot of quotes, trust me, जो मैंने recently save करके रखे हैं, which I will be obviously using in my life hopefully one day. So yeah, that's a very inspiring book. So you should definitely read that. The last book on my series, this is actually going very long, so let me cut it short, is something that is very close to my heart. It's called The Daughters of the Sun by Ira Mukhoti. So this is a pure historic book. Oh my god, history lovers will totally love it. I'm telling you ना कि मुझे history बहुत पसंद है. I wish I had taken history. I wish. But yeah, so Daughters of the Sun is this wonderful book. It is about Mughal women, princesses, wives, concubines, birth mothers. It's about Mughal women from their perspective. Mostly we read history, it's all distorted, figments of imagination by men, patriarchy. They are the ones who are writing history, right? And it's always one-sided image. It doesn't shows us the real side. It's always one-sided, it's mostly biased, and it's always distorted. Trust me. Especially history on Mughals. Maybe it has a lot to do with their religion, but whatever it is, हमारे देश में जो भी मुगल हिस्ट्री जो सर्कुलेट किया जाता है वो मोस्टली रॉन्ग होता है, राइट? सो दिस इज़ अ वुमन who has written this book. Oh, I love the book cover. First of all, I saw this cover somewhere on Instagram, किसी के page में, and I was like, damn, I want to read this book. So this book it talks about Mughal women right from the time of Babur. Babur is the founder of Mughal dynasty in India. तो वहाँ से लेके टूवर्ड्स द एंड ऑफ द डिक्लाइन ऑफ मुगल्स, वहाँ तक के जितनी भी औरतें हैं, जिनके बारे में द लेसर नोन हीरोज, द अनसंग हीरोज, तो उनके बारे में इज़ द स्टोरी. बट ऑल्सो एट द सेम टाइम दिस बुक टेल्स यू अ लिटिल क्या बोलते हैं, वो जो एक प्रोग्रेशन ऑफ द मुगल्स है शुरू से लेके उनका स्टोरी, वो भी साथ साथ में दिस बुक conveys. So it's just not always about women. It's also about, it's all intermingled in a very, very beautiful story. And you get to know a lot about Mughals. Like, if you're really interested like me about Mughal, I'm a big Mughal fan. I don't know, for some reason I like their culture. I am very fascinated by them overall. So whatever Mughals I pick up, but this one was really, really, really on my list. I totally enjoyed it. Like, the way the woman has written this book, okay, the words, the story, the progression, the plot, the arcs, it's beautiful. And I got to know so much more about Mughal women. बहुत लोगों के बारे में मुझे पता था, कुछ लोगों के बारे में मुझे पता ही नहीं था, but I'm so glad I got to know about them. So definitely a must watch. Trust me, a must read. Trust me, अगर आप history lovers नहीं हो तब भी आपको ये book बहुत पसंद आएगा. So please pick out Daughters of the Sun, definitely, and do give it a try. So these are the books that I read in the last 5 to 6 months. There are more to come. इस साल मैं कोशिश करूँगी एक महीने में एटलीस्ट 2 या 3 बुक्स तो पढ़ ही लूँ. अभी मैंने बहुत सारे इंटरेस्टिंग कल्चर हिस्टोरिकल बुक्स मैंने डाउनलोड करके रखे हैं. आई कैन नॉट वेट टू बिगिन ऑल ऑफ देम. सो देयर गोना बी अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग मिक्स ऑफ बुक्स. There are also going to be spiritual books, तो जो उसके लिए excited है, they can also stay tuned. I am actually reading a spiritual book, but it's taking me time to complete it, so that's why I have not added that in the list. Otherwise I would have added. So this is my list. I hope you loved it. Comment करो अगर आप, if you want to recommend me any book, any genre, please recommend me. मेरे favorites, like I've already mentioned, non-fiction में it's mostly biographies, historical books I love. Fantasy, yes, but I have not yet read a fantasy fictions book. I mostly read fantasy fan fictions, so I have not read that yet. Romance also, yes, so you can definitely suggest that to me. I cannot wait to read what you all comment. Please comment करो यार, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है when you comment, and it feels so good to finally not ऐसे पकड़ कर खड़े होकर बहुत ही अनकम्फर्टेबली शूट करना, ऐसे कहीं पर रख कर शूट करने में जो दिलासा खुशी मिलती है वो अलग ही है. सो आई एम वेरी हैप्पी डूइंग दिस. आई एम सुप्रीमली कंफर्टेबल डूइंग दिस. होपफुली someday I'll have a little stand or whatever that is called, so that I can do it properly. Tripod, yeah. Travel vlogs अब देखते हैं कब होगा. मोस्टली आई विल ट्राई एंड सी इफ इट हैपन्स. टाइम लगेगा, अभी तो मैं कहीं ट्रैवल कर नहीं रही हूँ. सो ऐसे टाइप की वीडियो से आपको काम चलाना पड़ेगा. नेक्स्ट वीडियो वुड could most probably be another book review stuff, or could be something else. Let us see. But till then, take care, and all those of my viewers, if you're going to give your exams, then all the best for you. 10th 11th 12th 9th, जितने बच्चे जो एग्ज़ाम्स देने वाले हैं, कॉलेज के बच्चे हो अगर, इफ़ यू आर, देन ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर यू. मे गॉड बी विथ यू. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग. लाइक करना, शेयर करना, सब्सक्राइब करना, कमेंट करना, and please do give all these books a read, a try. Trust me, you will love them. So thank you. Bye bye.